Hello, welcome back to our show. Hello everyone and welcome back to Foster the Meeple. Did you just pick a booger and throw it?
Oh, I was doing this, which is like rubbing the bridge of my nose, and then there was a hair.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm throwing boogers.
On camera. You do it off camera.
No,
Why
I
wouldn't
don't.
you do it on camera?
Okay.
Booger man.
Jamie, I had crusties
Ew.
on my nose, and I went like this and like got it off my finger, and Jamie thought I was throwing boogers around the house.
That is
It was just like crusties, like you
what
get
do you
when
think
you
make the crusties?
Okay, but like, what do you want me to do? Like, they were just a little. It was one little crusty, and I did this. Everybody does that. I did nothing abnormal.
I don't have crusties
Unbelievable.
on my nose. Anyways. Hello everyone and welcome back to Foster the Meeple, a channel all about
Board games.
And
Sass.
Exactly. That is definitely what we're all about. We are here today with another episode of Board Games at Brew. Finally, we have our Boardroom Game Cafe mugs back.
We always had them.
Yeah, but they were in the wash before. And today we're actually drinking coffee because it's been a very long day and week.
Nope, it's Saturday morning.
Well, it's been a very long day so far this Saturday morning. We are here to do another Q&A video. We did one of these forever ago. I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
So we thought we would do another one, and people have submitted many a question, and we're gonna try to get through all of them. So Jeffrey, are you ready to get in?
Yeah, you're having a lot of trouble with that
What?
Excel sheet. You're scrolling everywhere.
This is supposed to be a light and fun video, and you're turning it into a dark and dreary one.
How?
Because you're just all up on my grill.
No.
Yes.
I'm not at you.
Yes.
You're providing a lot of sass from your corner of the
A lot
room.
of sass from your corner of the room. All right, let's go. Okay, so we're going to start off with a slew of questions from Jake Jackpot. Jake. Literally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions from Jake, who we love.
We do love Jake.
We do love Jake.
Jake just finished
Congratulations.
his degree, I believe.
Yes, Jake.
I can't remember, Jake,
Did a
if it's
great
your
job.
first degree or second degree, but regardless,
I don't
congratulations.
know. Maybe he's like 80 and this is just, he's
not.
forever student.
He's not.
Could be.
He's a young boy.
He's just a young whippersnapper.
Anyway, congratulations and best of luck with whatever that means for your future.
Exactly. Well, you'll tell us in Discord. Okay, so Jake has asked his first question, what is a YouTube goal you have for the next year or what is a personal goal? Baby, you want to chime in? You do? Come on.
Interestingly enough, we don't set goals for the channel. I think we don't set goals for the channel because I don't think it's a fear of missing them. I just think we really go with the flow, and it's worked for us this far. And so I would say just meeting more people, going to some more conventions.
Yeah. I would say definitely trying to get to more in-person board gaming events is a big goal. To meet more people in the community, to meet more content creators, to meet more publishers, to meet more Discord members, to meet more friends and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And then in terms of like any other goals, I just had one in mind. I think a big goal for me that's probably changed since the beginning of the year is just to try to not burn myself out.
Yeah.
With it, because we do like 3 videos a week and it gets busy, it gets stressful sometimes when you push yourself to keep doing more. So I think not letting myself get to that point.
Yeah.
Just kind of like, if we have to miss a video, then it's okay to miss a video.
Yeah, I think we've always been good at that, though.
You more so than me.
I do check in
Yeah.
on how you're doing pretty frequently. You know, like, do we need to cut one down? Do we just miss a Saturday video this week? Do we just miss a Thursday video? I think you need to get better at coming back and saying, yes, we do need to miss something.
I have a really hard time.
I think just being more fluid and
Flexible.
We have some personal stuff that we might get to eventually. And that's going to possibly impact how much we can put content out.
Yeah.
So we'll get to that. But yeah, personal goals.
Personal goals. I just started a new job, so my personal goal is really just kind of focused on thriving there, I think. That's a big personal goal. Other personal goals are to travel more this year, which it kind of ties in with the other YouTube goal. I want to travel to places where we can meet up with our board game friends and play more games, for the love of God.
Yeah, I started my new career trajectory last year. I think for me this year, I'd like to get more involved in development. So learning some new techniques that fall within the realm of what I do, taking some time out of my work week and structuring it so that I can, do some development stuff. And golf more.
Oh yeah, and golf more.
That's a big one.
Yeah. Next one from Jake. What has been a surprising aspect of YouTube/board gaming sphere so far?
I think for me, it's been how supportive our community has been. Yeah, we've mentioned it before. I think when we first started this channel, we really had no expectations at all. I really didn't think that we would build such a amazing community. Like, our Discord is incredible.
Yeah, we loves it.
The people in there are incredible. Jake, obviously, you're one of them.
Obviously.
They're so insightful about the hobby. It's so inclusive. They're very kind. I think it's a very welcoming environment. And I think if anything shocks me, it would be that. Because we didn't even plan on having a Discord community, let alone we didn't know the YouTube stuff would do what it did. But then to, jump into Discord and feel that out and figure that out and then create our own separate server just for our community. I never thought that whole part of this would ever happen.
Mm-hmm. I think for me, it's just how big the community is, literally. Like, you don't think the board gaming hobby is so big, and then you go to something like Dice Tower West or PAX Unplugged or whatever, and you're just like, holy. And just starting this new job, and Jeff experienced the same thing. I have people where I ask them, like, what are your hobbies? What do you do for fun? And then they're like, oh, I really like to play board games. And I'm just like, God, you just find we're everywhere. And I think that
we are everywhere.
Yeah, we're everywhere. And that's definitely been a surprise for me.
But I also feel like we just get
we're
pocketed
not everywhere enough.
We get pocketed into our own little bubbles, and we
could be more.
Yeah.
Next one from Jake. What game really surprised you and which let you down?
This year?
He was not specific.
Let's just say this year.
This year?
This year, Jake?
Jake?
Biggest surprise for me was Brian Boru.
Mine was Creature Comfort.
Okay.
Fair. I knew that I was going to like it, but I did not expect it to be as good of a game as it is.
Similar for Brian Boru for me. I knew that I would probably appreciate it because I heard it was really good, but then I played it and it was just incredible. I mean, mind you, part of that experience is tied into who we played it with and that we were at Dice Tower and playing with awesome people.
Yeah.
So that's part of it, but Brian Boru for me for sure was the biggest surprise.
What about a letdown?
Boof.
Bum, bum, bum. I have one. I think it was Sidekicks. Disney Sidekicks. That game had so much potential, and it's just so clunky and just like a little bit more complicated than it needs to be. Still kind of fun, but just I was a little bit like, man, make the Disney games all be amazing. That's my piece of advice to the world.
I think for me, so far is Targi.
Ah.
I think it's one of those games that people, when you first get in the hobby and you play Targi, you fall in love with it. I unfortunately, or fortunately, wherever you want to call it, played Targi deep into my time in the hobby and just didn't hit. And it's tough because so many people have suggested Targi to us that my expectations just continue to increase and increase and increase. Then I played it and I was like, oh, it's fine. It wasn't as grandiose and jaw-dropping as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that makes sense. Top game to come out in 2022/2023. Well, I don't know.
In our opinion?
In our opinion? Jake, be more specific. I don't even know when things come out.
I know one you could probably talk about. Flamecraft, Paint the Roses.
Oh, I thought top game that we
this
played.
year, next year.
I thought he meant top game.
No.
Top game coming out?
Top game to come out. Yeah, because it's next year. 2023 is next year.
Okay, well, I don't really understand the question, Jake. But my answer is going to be Wonderland's War, which we didn't get on the Kickstarter, but we snuck in just in the nick of time when the vault opened, and we were able to get the Kickstarter edition of it right from the Skybound, from Skybound. So I am so excited because I love Alice in Wonderland, and the production looks amazing, and it just looks silly overproduced, which I'm obsessed with. So I'm very excited for that one. Oh, yes, it's Vanguard.
Yeah, so I was going to say ISS Vanguard, but you all know that I'm excited for ISS Vanguard from Awaken Realms, so I'm not going to pick it.
I bet I know. Arcs?
Yeah. So I'm going to choose Arcs, which is upcoming from Leader Games. I'm very, very excited about that. I love Leader Games. Root is obviously my favorite game of all time. And it's only increased in that space over this year. I'm really excited for Arcs. I love the art style. I love what they do. And it's got some similarities to Root from what I hear. So very, very excited.
All right, last one from Jakey Boy. He asks, how are you doing?
Thank you, Jake.
I feel like that doesn't get asked much, and I hope things are good. Thanks, Jake. We're doing good. I'm doing good.
Yeah, this might be a good time to segue segue into what we got going on.
Yeah,
so,
what we got going on?
Jamie and I are actually looking at selling our house.
Mm-hmm.
This just formulated very quickly.
Very quickly.
Based on the market, what we think we can get for our place, what we still owe on the house, our debt, etc. We're actually listing it probably next week. We're just waiting for some photos to be taken. We've already met with the realtor. We've chatted with our bank. And with that comes 6-month kind of hiatus where we're actually going to move back to New Brunswick and live with my folks for 6 months. And this is really an opportunity for us to be debt-free. And I don't think we ever could have said that at any point.
Student loans have been consuming my life in particular for a very long time. It'd be very exciting to get rid of those. So with all of that comes obviously like a lot of excitement, but it also comes a lot of stress because we're trying to get the house ready. I just started a new job. We're busy. Kaya broke her leg, so that's been a lot.
Yep.
And yeah, so I think that it's an exciting time, but it's also a stressful time. Mm-hmm. I don't think, like, it will obviously affect how many, I say that now, it'll probably affect how many videos we're able to produce, but maybe not.
I don't think it actually
There's
going to be, I think, some hiccups
while we're moving. Yeah. That's going to be the biggest thing.
Now, that being said, there is still potential that the house doesn't sell for what we need it to sell for, but we're fairly confident that it will. We've got to put that positive energy out into the universe. That's pretty much it for our current life story. But yes, we're doing good. Thank you for asking.
Thanks for asking, Jaco. All right. Speaking of, Jeffo.
Oh, God, Jeffo.
Here we go.
Jeffo.
So Jeff asks, if you could pinpoint one singular reason, what is it that makes you love the board gaming hobby so much? Woof.
I go.
That was quick. I don't know. You go.
There's moments during board games that formulate memories that you'll never forget. And I don't think there's a lot of things in life that can do that. Vacation being one of them, monumental moments in life. But like, there are times when I'm playing a board game, regardless if it's just with Jamie or if it's with her brothers or if it's with the Table Knots guys or whatever, I'm going to be 80 years old and I'm going to remember those times. They're just so iconic to me. They're so fun. Mm-hmm. The board gaming space has allowed me to just have so many incredible fun moments that I'll never forget.
I think for me, it's probably just like, I don't know, there's just something for everyone. I love that. I know that when I meet somebody, I could probably find a game for them, even if they're like, oh, I don't like to play board games or whatever. I think there's something for literally everyone. So I really like that there's just variety in the hobby, and it makes it really, really, really impossible to get bored of. I don't know. It's always exciting. There's always something exciting about it.
It's art too.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Like I'm just looking around. I'm like, these are all pieces of art. Mm-hmm. It's crazy to think about it that way. Like when you have it out on the table, like you are looking at artwork.
Exactly. Furia, Hannah. Lovely Hannah. We love Hannah. So she asks, what is your favorite game outside of the BGG Top 1000? How the heck do I know? What?
Yeah, you're really tossing us for...
I don't know it off by heart. We haven't gotten up that high yet. Top 1000, eh?
I'm going to have to look at the list.
Yeah. Where does Hocus Pocus fall?
Why are these all A? Sentimental man or woman. Count me up. No, it's not working. It's not working. Don't worry, Jeff. I got BGG on my computer. All board games. Oh, now it's working. Not too bad. All right, 1000. Here we go. This is going to be a spoiler for BGG videos. Whoa, why is it so wow?
Well, you look. I got to go pee.
Oh, I got mine. Oh, a spider on the table. You little frigger. Get out of here. Where'd he go? Okay, you can stay there, but just don't crawl on me. Sorry, Jeff had to go pee. I am going to pick Dinosaur World.
Do you know where it landed? Do you know like what the rank was?
Over 1,000.
This is kind of cheating. I didn't look at this at all, so I don't want to spend a bunch of time looking. So there's probably lots of games that I would pick. But I'm going to go with Nemesis Lockdown. I haven't played Nemesis Lockdown yet, but I've played Nemesis. And like that's my type of game.
Yeah. Now we're on to Joe.
Joe is our game master on our Discord.
Game master.
So again,
Middle class Joe.
If you want to join our Discord, please do. You can come play games on our BGA group with us. Yep. Joe is a fantastic human. We appreciate him so much for everything he does for our community.
Yep.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe. And it says middle class Joe, but to me, he's a king.
He's a king.
He's got two. First one, if you could play a board game with any historical figure, who would it be and what game would you play? Any historical figure. I don't know anything about history. Boop, boop, boop. I got mine.
Yeah, go ahead and think.
Okay, I would choose Walt Disney.
Yeah,
and I would play Villainous.
Interesting.
Why? I just want to play a
Why
Disney
villainous?
game. I want to play a Disney game with him, and that's my favorite Disney game. And it's also my favorite game. Although, actually, I take it back.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I already did. So I would pick Walt Disney, and I would maybe either play the Jungle Cruise board game or Small World, because those are both opening day rides.
That's cool.
Yeah, imagine.
Does a historical figure mean like
They gotta be dead.
Do they have to be dead? Because
Yeah.
I would not pick a dead person.
Yeah, they gotta be dead.
I'd pick the astronaut guy.
That's dead.
No, he's not dead.
Oh.
The Canadian guy.
Oh, it's Chris Hadfield. Yeah,
pick
if you
Chris
pick him, I don't
Okay,
care.
I'm not picking
It's part of our history.
I'm not picking a dead historical figure. I'm picking
Think
a
outside
living
the box.
historical figure. Chris Hadfield, Canadian astronaut.
What
And-
space game are you playing?
I don't know.
ISS Vanguard.
I'd love to play ISS Vanguard with Chris Hadfield.
Black Angel.
That'd be cool. Black Angel would be
Space
cool.
Base.
Space Base would be cool.
Quantum.
I don't even
Quantum.
want to play the game. I just want to talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
If you're ever looking for a book to read, the Chris Hadfield biography is phenomenal.
He's awesome.
I would love to play Quantum with Chris Hadfield.
Yeah, very
That
good.
would be awesome.
Twilight Imperium.
Yeah, just so I get more time with him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, Joe has one more question, and his next question is, if alien contact were made and it was your mission to establish meaningful communication, which 3 games would you use to illustrate the nature of humanity? Please don't get us killed.
What?
Okay.
Joe, come
Joe.
on with this.
The nature of humanity. Cascadia would be a really good one.
Calico.
Or Gods eat dinosaurs. Gods love dinosaurs, because that shows the chain of
Food chain.
circle of life. But Calico, or
Because
no,
we love cats.
yeah, right.
Everyone loves cats.
I was gonna say Cascadia is more nature-based, like realistic, but either Calico or Cascadia for sure.
Calico or Cascadia or Gods Love Dinosaurs?
Any of those 3, those fit into one category. What else?
Maybe Fog of Love, because it shows the dynamic of like human relationships.
Yeah.
For bad or good, I guess. We're just looking at our show.
What about Obsession?
I was looking at Obsession.
This is
Because it's
how
a little historical element.
Or Decorum, because it would show the aliens how passive aggressive humans are.
It's true.
Or we could really throw them off with Bunny Kingdom.
Yeah.
They said the bunnies rule their world.
Or an app-based game, because then you could show them our technology a bit.
Like
like
Destinies.
Destinies or, Familiar Tales.
Yeah.
Or
Basically, we're bad at making decisions.
Imperial Assault.
Yeah, Star Wars. We definitely want to make them think that's
One
real.
of those, Joe.
Yeah, one of
Or
those,
3
Joe.
of those.
3 of those. Now we have a question from DeChance32. DeChance, also in the Discord. What is your favorite non-cute game, and what makes it good enough to overlook that for you? Cuba Libre. And what makes it good enough? I honestly don't know what is so special about that game, but I just think that it, like, the asymmetry, it's insanely thematic, even though I don't really care about the theme that much. I don't know. It's just like, it's the gameplay. It's probably the experience, that because we play with Rodney.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that helps. It is very strategic, but also like you could have a plan and somebody else in an instant can destroy your plan.
See, Jamie, I need you to sit down and play Root with me, because all the things that you're talking
But it
about.
has to be a non-cute game.
No, I know, but all the things you're saying that you love Cuba Libre for are things that exist in Root.
When we get our copy of Marauders, I think that'll be good for us, especially when we're
That's
living in the middle
definitely-
of New Brunswick.
That's definitely a Jamie question. I'm not even
Definitely.
going to answer that.
Yeah, Jeff doesn't care about cuteness. But yeah, I'm going to say Cuba Libre. There's a lot
That's a
more.
good one.
Like Brian Boru, although Brian Boru does have
Iberian
dogs.
Gauge. Or
Irish Gauge.
Irish Gauge.
And what is it about those things? Like, I don't know what it is.
Irish Gauge has those cute little trains, though.
Yeah,
So.
kind of, yeah. But like, I don't know what it is. Like, if it just has to be, the gameplay has to stand out, like, significantly. All right, next up, from the Discord, we have Moose.
Moose.
My wife is a huge bibliophile and reader. I am trying to get her into games. What is a good game that hits both your love of games and your love of books?
Oh boy.
Obviously, it is going to be Call to Adventure.
Yeah, it really depends on what type of book she likes. She likes
Right.
if she likes fantasy and sci-fi books, I could start rattling off games.
Red Rising.
Yeah, Red Rising.
Call to Adventure, I think, is a great one because you're building out a story.
Mm-hmm.
You're building out your adventure. And then, of course, there are some that are related to books. But if you haven't read the books, it doesn't really matter. Mansions of Madness. Those types of like super immersive, like app-based thematic games. Familiar Familiar Tales.
Familiar Tales.
Familiar Tales.
Because it's not quite as heavy as Mansions of Madness. It has a really good narrative story.
Yeah.
It has really good narration. And it's light enough that I think you could introduce it to someone. And it's very fairy tale-esque.
You're living in a story.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, that's the way to go. Good one. That's
a good question. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Maggie Otter. You know what? We love Maggie. Maggie Otter, and the corgis, and all the good stuff that Maggie Otter brings. Did the Oodie life choose you, or did you choose the Oodie life?
I'm not on board with the Oodie thing.
I know that's right. But did the Oodie life choose you, or did you choose? Wait, why can't I say this?
I don't know.
Did the Oodie life choose you, or did you choose the Oodie life? It chose us.
Via Christie,
yes. I one day saw her wearing her Oodie, and I was like, what are this? And then she said, what it are? And then Paula Deming, there's a spide. Don't kill it, though. Just go off the table. Like, what is your deal?
Come on, bud.
Just fling them.
He'll go.
You don't like to kill the spides because they eat all the...
They get rid of the buggies.
Yeah.
Go, bud.
But, like, you just don't need to be, like, you're not
the
star of this. And then we saw it on Paula Deming, and she had a discount code, and I was like, Kismet, it's just meant to be. So, anyways.
And then Jamie bought one.
And then I was like, Jeff, look how amazing.
It on, and I was like, I want one. So then we ordered me one.
And now I want more.
So thank you, Christy. That was all you.
It chose us, for sure. Next up, we have the Brad, 84, also from the Discord. If you had to get rid of all of your games and only keep 5 between the two of you, what would you keep? Oh,
we did this.
God. No, we each had our own list. We only get 5 between the two of us?
We can't do this.
Well, you know what, Brad? We're going to do a whole video about that. That's a good video because that's just going to be us arguing about what we keep and what goes.
We're going to answer that question. It's going to be this whole video. So
yeah, so just stay tuned, Brad.
You're getting a full video, friend.
Brad, it's dedicated to our friend Brad. Now we have Mitch. M is for Meeple. Mitch from M is for Meeple. Him and his wife Morgan have a YouTube channel. Go check them out. If you had to live in a board game world or universe, what board game would it be and why? Calico.
That doesn't surprise me.
I changed my mind. Unicorn Fever. Unicorn Fever is literally you're in a magical land where they race unicorns. Yeah, I want to be in that world. Jeff's going to be like, probably I want to be in Civilization.
I'm not. I'm torn between two.
What?
I'm torn between like any space game.
Obviously. Jeff wants to leave me and move to space.
Leaving you has nothing to do with it. I love space. So I would probably pick some sort of space game that isn't like, I don't want to do like ISS Vanguard because I'm assuming there's like a lot of.
What about Nemesis?
I wouldn't. Yeah, exactly. Like I don't want to die.
Space.
I don't want to die in space. Yeah, space. That'd be cool. Like I'm the operations guy at a space base.
Yeah.
That'd be the game I'd pick. I'd also maybe pick Root because I think that'd be cool. Like
just war in the
woods. Be a woodland creature. It's like Robin Hood.
Next we have Morgan from M is for Meeple. And she asks, if you could be a character from any board game, which one would you be and why? Oof. That's really tough. I want to be the panda in Takanoko. And just spend my whole day eating. That's basically what I do now.
You know what? I want to be the gardener from Takanoko.
We can live in the same game.
So I could just be annoyed at Jamie's eating my bamboo. That's
basically our life now.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Karen, P27, also from the Discord. Pretty much all of these people are in the Discord, just FYI. Hi, Jamie. This one's for me.
Yep.
I have seen you have a love of Disney games. Yes, I do. Do you also love / visit the Disney parks? Now, that could be a whole video all of itself.
All right, we got a 10-minute segue coming here.
Disney World is my second home. We love Disney. Yeah. We love the parks. We go every year when we can, sometimes twice a year.
We haven't been since COVID.
I've been.
It's been tough.
I went in February. I went brief. I went for 2 days and I went like full on. And when we do Disney, we do rope drop till close, my friends. And
we usually go for like 2 full weeks.
2 full weeks. Stay at the parks. Yeah. We love Disney. Literally. Karen, there's a whole Disney channel in the Discord. Mm-hmm. So get in there, girl, and we'll talk about it all day.
I love that
all
place.
Day.
White Bala,
10331. If you didn't have board games, what do you think would take up most of your time outside of work? TikTok. No, but yes. Honestly, just watching movies.
Yeah, that's
and
tough.
shows.
It depends on like.
We
It
love.
used to be reading. Like
It used to be
Used to be
reading.
reading. We'd read a ton. That's all we do. Now I would say it'd probably be a combination of movies, TV, and video games for me.
Painting for you.
But if I wasn't in the board game hobby, I probably wouldn't paint.
Right.
Some
Which
video
is
games.
pretty much like how we spend the other part of our life when
Mhm.
we're not playing games. Next, we have Scooter. Beep, beep. Do you mark your YouTube recording times in a schedule or do you record more spontaneously? Scooter, rocking everywhere. Okay?
How far out is the schedule at this point?
I have our video schedule mapped out for at least like 3 to 6 months in advance. I have videos on my schedule already planned out for December. So there is no spontaneity in our lives.
It's flexible. Like we'll juggle stuff around.
Yeah, of course. Like it's definitely flexible always because sometimes things
But there's
need
always
to change
something
and-
slotted.
Yeah, there's always something already in the schedule because I don't know, like I like to have a plan. I like to be prepared so that I know on the weekend when we're about to film, we know exactly what we're filming. We've played the games that are required for the videos and all that good stuff.
It allows some thought process too. Like if we're doing something that requires some sort of semblance of like we should be able to speak to certain things.
Yeah, and it helps.
Like this, like
Right.
being a bit unprepared to answer these questions.
Also, it helps with my creativity. Like I like to be able to like as I think of things, I put them in the schedule, and it doesn't necessarily mean that I've got that whole video planned out or that I know even there's a hair that I even know what that video is going to be. But if I have an idea, I write it down in schedule and then I figure it out.
Yeah, like just yesterday I thought of something and Jamie's like, that's a really good video idea. Write it down on the calendar.
No spontaneity. Another one from Scooter. Does one of you usually have to figuratively drag the other to the camera, or are you both pretty excited about recording most of the time? Jeff?
That's an easy answer. Okay, to be fair, yes, some days I have little interest. I think there's some days you don't want to either, but you force yourself more so than I do.
Yeah.
But yes, there are times where Jamie has to get some pep out of me or be like, hey, like, come on, like, let's get this together.
And it's more so because, like, especially this year, less so last year, just because we've been so busy, we will sit down and film like 3, sometimes 6 videos in a day, and it's a lot. So by the end of the day, like if there's ever videos where you notice that like one or both of us is like down low on bean, it's because we've been filming all day. But sometimes we have to do that because we're traveling or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it can be a struggle. Sometimes I have to persuade Jeff saying we'll get pizza. That
I think
usually works.
Jamie can internalize her
Yes.
her like we need to do this
Yeah.
and then it overtly like just
Jeff
comes
can't.
out to
Yeah,
me.
Jeff can't mask.
Yeah.
Jeff's not good at masking. Ashley Littlefield. Hi, Ashley. We love Ashley. All right. What does each of your dream gaming day look like? Games, food, people. All right. Games. Literally only cute games. Okay. Hear me out.
Yeah, this is gonna be a different answer.
Like Calico, Creature Comfort, Familiar Tales, a little Sushi Go, if you please. Maybe, like, what else? Sheepy Time. Definitely. All of those things. So that's that. For food, I just like candy, and that's about it. And other food is good too. And then people, all of our friends that we've made through. Like, every time that we go to a con, all of the people that we get to play with. So, like, Tyler and Ilya specifically, we love playing games with them. Like, Sam, Tim, Table Knots, literally all of our board game friends. If I could just, it'd be hard to play with all of them. But that's who I want to play with.
If I'm able to structure this and it's all about us, if it's all about us and our time and I have free reign of everyone else's time,
yeah,
I would literally just book a full week
yes,
at like a convention hall somewhere.
Yep.
And bring all of my friends and say, okay, here's the schedule. I'm playing a game with you at this time, and this is the game we're playing.
Yes.
And then I'm just going to keep going through all of my friends that we've met and
Yeah.
all of our Discord friends, and I'm just going to be like, boom, 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 boom. I'm just going to work through everyone. And I'm going to pick specific games. Like, I want to play Paladins with Ilya and Tyler.
Yeah, because that's their favorite. I want to play their favorite games.
I want to play Root with, like, Max, Doolin, and Kyle. I want to play Brian Border again with, like, Mick. I want to play Empires of the North or like
Villainous
with Sam
and
and Katie. Like I just and then I want to play.
I want to play Cuba Libre with Rodney.
I want to play Cuba Libre with Rodney. I want to
play So Clover with
I want to
Christy.
play Fuji Flush with Monique and Naveen, and then I want to play Dominant Species with Amy and Maggie.
Yep.
And Darlene. And I just want to go boom 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 boom.
All the Button Shy games with Billy and Michelle.
And Billy and Michelle.
And Star Wars.
And then I want to go through
and RPG.
I want to play Long Shot with John Hedberg.
And I want to get a whole huge game of D&D with everyone.
I want to play Barron Park with Joe, and I want to play friggin' this game with Jake, and I want to play this game, I just want to do it all day, every day for as long as it takes to get through everyone.
As long as we both shall live. Literally. That's the perfect gaming day. It's just I don't know. I feel like we can make the perfect gaming day. It's all about the people.
It is.
Honestly, at the end of the day, the food doesn't matter as long as you have candy.
I don't care about the games and the food.
Yeah.
I'll play whatever as long as it's the right people around me.
Exactly. Bruce. Bruce asks, I would really like to know how FTM and Table Knots backlit their bookshelves, what lighting was used, and how was it installed. So I don't know what Max and Doolin used, but it's probably the same.
Yeah.
We have a bar light. It's just literally from IKEA.
Yep.
Cheapo Depot. It's just a little plastic.
This long.
Dinky light. And then on the sides, we have little LED lights. They're just that big, and they just have a blue filter on them.
And then behind our bookshelves, same deal. They're LED light strips from IKEA.
Yeah, and they just stick.
And they
sticky.
they have a sticky back, and I just bend them around the shelf.
Yeah, there's literally nothing fancy.
IKEA LED lights.
Yeah, and
I can't remember exactly what they're called.
No, they're not expensive either.
Yeah.
That's literally just sitting there.
That one you can't bend.
And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
Insanarium. I don't know how to say it.
Insanarium. You got it right.
I got it right. If you could Frankenstein 3 games together to make the perfect game for you, what would they be and why? God, these questions are hard.
See, it's funny because
that could be another video too, Frankenstein games.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Insanarium, you get your own video.
You're getting your own video. I'm just bolding them because that's just going to take us way too long to think about. That's a whole video on its own. Mishpod asks, who taught each of you to drive? I took driver's ed because every time I got into a car with my mom, it was holding on to the door and hitting the fake brake. So yeah, driver's ed.
I didn't take driver's ed. My dad taught me to drive.
Oh, God.
So I grew up on a farm. Him teaching me to parallel park, he put 2 hay bales on the road, on the side of the road, and I'd parallel park between the hay bales because it didn't matter if I hit them because it would do no damage.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was 2 massive hay bales and me trying to parallel park in between them.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy girl. Jones Mirage asks, how would you define if a person is a gamer or a collector?
I think all gamers, to some degree,
are collectors.
Yeah. I think we are definitely collectors. I don't think we would ever deny that.
We're both.
We're definitely both. I think ultimately, if you have a collection that's higher than 50 games, you're probably a collector.
I don't know that I would really put it, I guess you could put a distinction on them on whether or not they actually play their games.
Yeah, I mean, and don't get me wrong.
I would classify my brother Zach as definitely a collector.
There's no negative connotation to either of these for me either.
No, we are
collectors. I get it. If you want to collect games, I get it.
We, by nature, are collectors of things.
Yeah.
When we were into books, we used to go to Value Village and we would just buy books because we wanted to have the collection. And it's kind of the same with games. The difference being, realistically, we can play all of these. Realistically, we could not read all 600 of our books, probably even in our lifetime. I don't really know what the difference is, honestly, except if you're a collector, you maybe hang on. Max, as an example, not a collector, right? Because
Max from Table
Knots, because he's always filtering through his collection.
He curates his collection.
We don't curate our collection so much. Every now and then.
There's a variable involved in this, though.
What?
We do have longer term plans of hopefully opening up a game cafe.
Yeah.
There is some strategy in collecting
Of
games
course.
because then we would have a library to bring and people would have access to our library. So that is part of it.
But there are some games that maybe we have in our collection that we're I might never play this again. But I know somebody that I would want to play this game with. There's entry level games or intro games or whatever you want to call them, gateway games, whatever, that we hang on to, even though we might not play them because I'm as soon as I meet somebody who's interested in trying games, I've got a game that I can pull off from my shelf. Which goes back to the point I made like forever ago. There's a game for everyone, and I want to have all of those games.
I don't think there's a definition. It's just whatever you enjoy.
Yeah.
Like whether you enjoy playing all of your games and not having any unplayed games, if you gather joy from that, great. If you like collecting, also great.
So Jones also asked 2 other questions, which we kind of just touched on, but how easy or challenging for both of you to play through all of your games, and how do you decide when to call a game? It's very easy for us to play all of our games. It's just time. That's all it is. And like we can hammer through, like we've seen it, 40 games in a month. And I think our collection, we probably have like around 300-ish.
No, I'd say we're under that.
Easy. It's just time and learning them. But yeah, definitely not a huge challenge for us. Deciding to call a game is just, it's random. I don't even know how to express it.
We don't call very often.
No. Maybe only called like 10 games in our life.
And usually when, again, to Jamie's point, if we call, it's going to her niece who is getting into games, or it goes to a gaming group. Because the important thing is that they just get played.
Brenna Goggin, I assume I'm saying that right, asks, I just wanted to check on the game table and see how that's going. Jeffrey, update on the game table.
Game table should be done soon. We are being a bit left in the dark on purpose because Joe, friend who's building it, wants us to be surprised. So we keep getting little spoiler images on track to be done by the end of this month, which is great given that we've said that we're possibly going to move. But we do have plans for when it's built to do a video showing off the table as well as our collection and that sort of thing. So it's coming along nicely. We're very, very excited. The images we have seen have excited me more. He's doing some really cool things that I think you're all going to like to see.
Very technical.
Yeah.
Just very quickly, we did answer this one in our last video, but I don't think it hurts to just re-say it very quickly. Karen P27 asked what we do for our everyday jobs. I am in HR in a tech company, and Jeff is a product manager at a tech company.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Oh, okay. Con asks, would you consider a Discord mini conference where you host a tournament of some kind similar to Dice Throne with fans that could attend or at a conference? Listen, we would love to have our own little convention. We would love it.
When we
got
get
big dreams,
when
guys.
we get settled.
Yeah. We're going to have it at Jeff's parents' basement. Everybody's coming.
I've been thinking more and more about what it would be like to hold a conference here in the city. Whether we do that in conjunction with HalCon, which is a local convention, maybe we do something with them, or try and find some content creators that are on the Eastern Seaboard and do something like that, or we just do our own thing. Definitely would love to. It's not outside the realm of possibility.
Paper Smith asks, what's your most controversial board game take? Like, do you think deck builders are the worst style of tabletop games? Does Gloomhaven not deserve to be in the top 10, etc., etc.? My most controversial one is that Agricola sucks, and everybody else seems to love it. Agricola, blah, bouvet, boring, pass. There, I said it.
You good?
Yeah.
I have a couple, I think.
Hot takes.
I'm not going to get back into the Arnak debate. I've taken way too much heat, but I'm just going to say quickly, Arnak is severely overrated.
Spidey's back.
Why he wants on the table so bad?
Go the other way. Jeez, he's strong.
The second thing is actually exactly what you stated. You said, does Gloomhaven not deserve to be in the top 10? I just had this conversation with friends about Gloomhaven and how long it's been in a number 1 spot, and is it fair that it's there, Jaws of Lion is there, and now when Frosthaven comes out, that's going to shoot up. So then you're going to have Gloomhaven, Frosthaven, Jaws of Lion in the top 5, and is that fair? So we had this huge debate about whether or not games on the BGG list, and let's be honest, the whole list is subjective. It doesn't really matter.
No.
But should those games all be combined into one representation on the BGG list?
Yeah.
Or is there a way to do that list differently so those things are avoided? Because in my opinion, I don't think Gloomhaven should be number 1 on the list anymore. I don't think it should be.
No.
I think it's been there long enough. It's a great game. It was hugely successful. I'm not saying that it's not a good game, but is it still number 1 in my opinion? No.
Do you know what's really, really interesting? I'm reading a book right now, or actually I just finished it, but one of the things is that it states that humans are not good at rating things, or like, do you know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't rate things because we all would rate something differently. Like, my 9 is different than your 9, and my 3 is different than your 3. And then, so that's why, like, the BGG list It's so difficult. And people put a lot of like weight into that.
It's all nonsense.
But like as an example, I rated Catan a 4 on BGG because I don't like it. But I arbitrarily just picked a 4. It could easily be like a 6 because it's not that bad.
Yeah, it's hard to rate everything in the full context of everything you have in the scale. I 100% agree. I think everyone should take the BGG top whatever with an incredible grain of salt.
Yes.
Form your own opinions and, do as much research as you can. If you get a chance to play it for free at a board game place or online or whatever.
Possibly at the Boardroom game.
Yeah, I wouldn't be relying on the BGG top list. It's good for reference, but it shouldn't be the sole, deciding factor of whether or not you're going to like a game.
Maybe we'll pick one more and then we'll wrap it up, but I just don't know which one to pick. The last one that we're going to answer asks, what is a theme you'd like to see more games created around? Honestly, I just want more games based off of like movie franchises and TV franchises and Disney. Like I really like a theme that's based off of something that I already know and love. Even though it does set up higher expectations for that. But like as an example, or like around books or whatever, like Red Rising, I think is such a cool game because like if you've read the books, you automatically just connect with that game. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
So I don't know. I think I would like to just see more games created around movies and TV that I love. More cat games. More Disney games.
Oh, I know.
Okay, Jeff's got one. I know what it is.
You saw what I looked like.
Yeah, I know what it is.
2 things. I'm going directly to not only the theme but the type of game. I would love 2 specific types of campaign games. 1, Zelda, a Zelda IP campaign game.
Yeah.
2, a Pokemon themed campaign game.
Yeah.
I don't know how or why no one's. I'm sure the IPs cost way too much money. But I mean, if we can do Mario Kart Monopoly, why can't I have a campaign game based around Zelda or Pokemon?
Why can't we have a game about Animal Crossing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did Stardew. Let's do Animal Crossing
But
next.
If you're gonna give me like a Sleeping Gods
Of
Zelda
Pokemon
or Pokemon.
I want that. Oh my god, my slipper fell off.
You already have a Pokemon card game. What are we doing here, people?
Oh my god, can you imagine?
I think I would want the Zelda game over the Pokemon game. I think that theme would work really well with the Sleeping Gods-esque theme, like mechanics.
Yeah.
Like,
and then you have Navi. Hey, listen. Those are some of the questions that we got asked in our Q&A. Unfortunately, we just don't have time to answer them all because there's, I don't know. I think we probably
got through most of them.
We got through most of them. If we didn't answer yours, we're sorry. Feel free to continue to ask them in Discord and we can answer them.
Yeah, if we didn't answer anything, there's a whole Q&A thing in our Discord. Come check it out. Ask us questions. We will get to them as soon as we can.
That is all that we have for you guys today. If you're interested in buying board games, you should first start by checking your friendly local gaming store. And for us here in Halifax, that is the Boardroom Game Cafe. And even if we don't live in Halifax, I am sorry I did it again. But
what's with you lately?
What I was going to say and where you could fill in is even when we live in New Brunswick, because we are selling our house and moving there, our gaming store will still be
Boardroom Game Cafe.
Exactly. That is all that we have for you guys today. Thank you for submitting your questions and asking questions and for sticking with us for all this time.
Year and a half? No. Not even.
March. So a year and 2 months.
Yeah.
God.
14 months in
Crazy.
baby talk. 14 months in baby talk.
Exactly. So that is all we have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see,
please subscribe. That was too early.
You can find the subscribe button down here. You may also press the like button, and this is your screen. If you like what you see,
please subscribe.
We hope to see you again soon, and now we say goodbye. Goodbye.
Later days.
Feels like it's off kilter to me. Does it not look crooked to you?
Nope.
Okay, wait.
Oh, yeah, it is.
I know, that's why I was wondering if the table was off.
No. The table's not off. It's Jamie, that's not... Are you serious?
Hello, everyone. I'm deleting that so it doesn't matter. Ready? It seems so much okay, we took all of the equipment down because we had to, and then we set it back up, and now, but like, look at it. Doesn't it look darker?
No, it doesn't.
It does, I think. Anyways.
This is the exact same setup.
Ugh, so annoying. Whatever, guys. This is what it is.
Sorry that I like to talk to our friends that you don't talk to.
Well, we'll figure it out. There's not many. We have...
There's the sass. You just did.
It was right here.
Yeah, you just messed up though.
Oh my god. There's one I want to say, but I wouldn't say it on camera.
Yeah.
Woman, pump me up. Fabulous. Cause I give up way too much. I'ma need like 2 shots in a cup.